You're listening to KOZQ, Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. It's Waynesville Tiger Baseball on 102.3 FM. Join us this spring as the Tigers march through the season. Our games are brought to you by AirServe Heating and Air, the Marys County Bank, Mailbox It, Lowe's Chevrolet, Memorial Chapels and Crematory of Waynesville, St. Robert, Ed Morris Ford, your shelter insurance agents, Dave Holiday in Richland and John Gregory in Crocker, the Bank of Crocker, St. Robert Auto Supply, Phelps Health, the Bank of Iberia, and the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company. Let's play ball with your Waynesville Tigers.
Pleasant good afternoon to you and yours here once again at Wayne Bandy Ballpark here in Waynesville, just on the border of Waynesville and St. Robert, for today's high school baseball matchup. Again, we'll see the Waynesville Tigers taking on the St. James Tigers. Connor Harbert here with you, Z102.3. Glad you could join me for some more baseball action here today. Well, feels like I've said this a lot lately, but Waynesville is trying to get their first win in quite some time. Of course, another loss to Eldon off broadcast and a loss to Rolla last week, but they're going to try again this week. 2 games against what I will say are 2 very beatable teams, including St. James here today. We'll talk about the St. James Tigers here in just a little bit. And then tomorrow, right back here at home, back-to-back games once again for Waynesville against the Parkview Vikings. So we have got about 10 minutes or so to first pitch. Waynesville's already taken their infield outfield. St. James currently doing the same themselves. So we should be getting going here around 4:30 here today. But Waynesville, when you take a look here, well, you've scored runs in the last 2 games. That is definitely a plus after a few straight shutouts. The problem now is keeping the opponent out of double digits. The last time Waynesville was able to keep an opponent underneath 10 runs, that was all the way back on April the 11th, a 7-6 loss against the Springfield Central Bulldogs. Since then, 14, 14, 10, 13, 15, 18, and 16 runs given up to Eldon back on April the 28th. It's definitely been a bit of a problem keeping teams off of the base paths and keeping them from scoring. So we'll see if Waynesville can do that here today. So they are 1-14. They have lost their last 14 straight. Remember that one win came back in the very first game of the season back on March the 18th. But like I said, they've been scoring some runs as of late. You might flash back to that Rolla game there. We're at risk of being run-rolled in 4 innings in that game, but did have a nice 5-run outing, or a nice 5-run inning, I guess I should say, to keep that game alive there. If they can find more of that, and I'll be the first one to say, I don't really think St. James is on the same level as Rolla, if I can speak frankly there for a second. If you can find more outings like that, you're going to be in a good spot. Obviously, 7 innings, 5 runs. If you can do that each time, you're scoring 35 runs. But, I mean, when you find it once or twice a game, obviously, you put yourself in a good position to win. St. James, meanwhile, of course, they are a couple classes underneath Waynesville. They are Class 4, District 9. Currently, I clicked the wrong team there. That, of course, being Eldon, 15-8 on the season. Class 4, District 4. How about that? Not much difference there. 6-10 on the campaign. They are on a 1-game losing skid. Did lose last time out on April the 28th. A 6-2 loss to Herman. Before that, a 7-2 win against St. Clair. And then 4 losses before that to Steelville, Union, Iberia, and Bell. The Rangers in particular going off there. A 16-1 victory for Iberia over St. James. So we're going to see how this one kind of shakes out. Not a whole lot of common opponents between these 2 teams. In fact, I just don't think there is a common opponent between these 2 teams. There will be. Actually, nope. Found Sullivan on there. Both teams did drop a game to Sullivan on the season. Of course, Waynesville will play Owensville a little bit later on this year. But there's really not a whole lot to draw on there, other than the fact that Waynesville did lose to Sullivan by 1 run. St. James, the same team, lost by 7 runs there. So like I said, this one could go either way. We'll have to wait and see. Of course, Peyton Breeden, he will be on the mound. We'll go over starting lineups here in just a few moments. But we're going to go ahead and take ourselves a couple minutes. When we come back, it'll be time for starting lineups, and we'll get ever closer to the start of today's varsity baseball matchup. Again, a battle of the Tigers, Waynesville and St. James. Back in a few, you're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball right here on Z102.3.
turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage. Napa Premium Performance Motor Oil is just $3.99 a quart, or $17.99 for the 5-quart jug this month at your Napa Parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply. Save 25% on Royal Purple High Performance Motor Oil. Get a $10 rebate to redeem online. Get a 5-quart jug of Royal Purple and receive a Max Clean Fuel System Cleaner free. Rain-X 2-in-1 Glass Cleaner and Rain Repellent, $5.99. Ask about their specials on Avalanche Refrigerant. Lawnmower and marine batteries are in stock too at your Napa Parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert, and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Mountain Dew Zero Sugar asks, ever wonder what it would be like to live in an alternate universe? One where everything seems to work just the opposite of the way you'd expect? Well, friends, welcome to the alternate universe of Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. The taste is nothing less than outrageously delicious. And Mountain Dew Zero Sugar comes in awesomely exhilarating flavors like Original Dew Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew Spark Zero Sugar, and Mountain Dew Major Melon Zero Sugar. Try the incredible flavors of Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. Zero Sugar, all dew.
When the chaos is over and the dust settles, it's a relief to see that big old tree you've always loved still there, unharmed and confident. Confidence that brings about trust and comfort from a full-service bank right here in your own community. Your one stop for savings, checking, home equity and auto loans, and CDs and money markets. That's your protection from the storm.
The Bank of Iberia in 2 locations, Iberia and Waynesville. Come on in to the Bank of Iberia.
Ever think about living to be 100 years old? Well, maybe you will. Hello, this is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. Making plans and being prepared for events in our lives is the right thing to do. At Memorial Chapels, we offer many choices in funeral planning, and we're always available to discuss options regarding how best to fund those choices. Because when it comes to important events in life, you really need to get prepared.
Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard. As the years go by, everything gets older, even the new seeds just planted. Getting older means getting wiser. And in the banking business, that means keeping up with the times. For 112 years, the Bank of Crocker has met the needs of the Fort Wood area and exceeded those needs with the most modern banking services available. With Android and Apple mobile banking apps, and at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is a click away no matter where you are. Personal hometown service, however, has not changed. That's one thing that's stayed the same as the Bank of Crocker turns 112. The Bank of Crocker, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Again, welcome back here to Wayne Bandy Ballpark here in Waynesville as we await the start of today's high school varsity contest, baseball-wise, between the Waynesville Tigers and the St. James Tigers. Connor Harbert here with you today. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups for this game here today. First of all, for the St. James Tigers, batting leadoff will be their center fielder, J.V. Muir, and then batting second will be the third baseman, Aiden Moffitt. Batting third, designated hitter, Leighton Elliott. Batting cleanup will be your first baseman in James Perkins. Batting fifth will be the pitcher today, Zach Keene, and then batting sixth will be your shortstop in Aaron Skaggs. Batting seventh, the right fielder, that'll be Devin Skelly. Batting eighth will be your left fielder in Jesse Hudson. Batting ninth, the catcher, Grant Rodriguez. You will have one player out in the field being hit for here today. That'll be the second baseman in Joey Ford. Again, the Tigers of St. James, they are 6-10 on the campaign. And now we take a look at the starting lineup for the Waynesville Tigers. Again, looking for their second win of the season. Batting leadoff will be your center fielder, Zach Emperado. And then batting second once more, how about the second baseman, Jackson Goforth. Batting third, the shortstop, that'll be Ethan Heberling. And batting cleanup will be your left fielder in Creed Jones. He had a big hit against Rolla a few days ago. Batting 5th, the right fielder, Justin Zuber. Batting 6th will be your catcher, David Vernon. Batting 7th, well, it's a day that ends in Y, so of course on the mound, it'll be the pitcher, Peyton Breeden. Of course, that streak will definitely end tomorrow, but he'll be on the mound once again for another broadcast. Batting 8th, your designated hitter in Isaac Martinez. And batting 9th will be the third baseman, Hunter Althusius. Finally, rounding out the lineup here, playing first base will be Wesley Dye. So again, Waynesville 1-14 on the season. They will try to pick up win number 2 here today. We'll take ourselves another break for the national anthem. We'll come back. We'll be ready to go as Peyton Breeden takes the mound. You're listening to Tigers Baseball, Z102.3.
Hey folks, Mike Freeman with Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert, where you'll always get more. With one of the largest pre-owned inventories in the area, you'll get more selection. With a friendly professional sales team, you'll get more customer service. And with incredible deals right now on every pre-owned in stock, you'll get more for your money. Come by Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert today or shop 24/7 at edmorsefordstrobert.com. And remember, you'll always get more when you shop at Ed Morse.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
For a free insurance review,
for auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your Shelter Insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
Wondering where to go for care at Phelps Health? For non-life-threatening conditions that require ongoing care and prevention, like annual checkups or colds, make an appointment with one of our primary care providers. When you need immediate attention for non-life-threatening health matters, like a cut that may require stitches, our immediate care clinics in Rolla and Waynesville are here to help. And if you're experiencing life-threatening medical issues, the Phelps Health Emergency Department is committed to caring for you when you need it most. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more.
And once again, back here at Wayne Bandy Ball Field here in Waynesville, Peyton Breeden again on the mound going through his warm-up tosses. As we mentioned, Breeden, he is the number 1 guy for the Tigers here this season. And really what's going to be most important for him here today, when you take a look at the Rolla game, you take a look at his last few starts that we've seen over the radio that I have personally seen, it's most important for him to get through the early innings. Rolla certainly got to him on Thursday last week. 7 runs, it was actually Wednesday, but I digress. 7 runs in the first inning. Things didn't really go well from there. So if he can keep it down, keep these Tigers batters, these St. James Tigers down, I think he has a good chance to really give the Tigers back on the offensive side of things a good opportunity to win. So enough talk, hopefully more action here. Again, it will be St. James at the plate first up. As again, remind you that this will be the first of 2 broadcasts here this week. Not only today, but we will be back out here tomorrow as the Tigers play host to the Parkview Vikings. The Vikings coming in 4-20, I do believe, on the season at this point. I do not remember if they play today, but like I said, Waynesville a couple good opportunities for wins, I'd say, here this week. They'll actually have a few winnable games down the stretch here, maybe even the last day of the season with Owensville coming up on May the 11th. So Breeden will get his last toss in. J.V. Muir will step up to the plate. He'll be a right-handed batter. We'll start things off with a righty v righty matchup. So we get going today. Connor Harbert here with you, Z102.3 on this very windy Monday afternoon. The wind is very, very strong here today, so we'll see if that takes any kind of effect. Blowing out towards right field here today. Haven't had too many winds blowing out toward right. First pitch here to Muir is going to be fouled off over our heads to the right-hand side. And today's game is going to start with an 0-1 count. In fact, I was talking with a colleague of mine. So we see the 0-1 pitch delivered. Here's a hard hit ball to left center. Might be playable, though, for Emperado, and it is. As he tracks it down, makes the grab for out number 1. I was talking to a colleague who's been calling some Rolla Bulldogs games for the radio. Over, of course, in Rolla. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I do not believe in the games that we've seen, the games at home this year, we've had any home runs that weren't over the left field fence. We've had a few of them, but they've all been to left, and that's mostly due to the wind. But today, that's not the case. blowing out toward right. We'll see if Justin Zuber over there in right gets any action. 1-0 count here to Aiden Moffitt. Make that a 2-0 count now. Breeden delivers a pitch low and inside. Would also like to see Breeden keep the walks down today. There are plenty of them against the Bulldogs. Here's a swing, foul ball to the left. And we go 2-1. Not a whole lot of strikeouts, and of course you got to tip your cap to Rolla in that regard. Did not feel like they could really miss the baseball on Wednesday. But Waynesville did give up their fair share of walks. 2-1 pitch is a fastball down the middle, 2-2. Moffitt going to let it go on by. Breeden shaking off one count, and now going to go ahead and step off the mound. On deck, designated hitter Leighton Elliott. But Breeden looking for his first strikeout of the day. Through the windup he goes, and the pitch is another foul ball. Off toward the parking lot to our left. It'll roll harmlessly into the grass near the St. James bus, and we'll stay 2-2. Same count, by the way, Moffitt left-handed batter. Here is the next pitch. Trying to slide one through the back door, but he misses, stays too far outside, 3-2. Our first full count, payoff pitch. Hard ground ball over to third. Nice backhand by Althusius. Has to throw quickly. He does. Dye has it for out number 2. Great stop over there by third. Althusius playing a one-hopper, the backhand. And Waynesville's retired the first 2 here in the top of the first. 2 up, 2 down. Here's the designated hitter, Leighton Elliott. Elliott, right-handed batter. Going to settle in, watching the first pitch, a breaking ball. Nice bend on it, finds the zone, strike one. Had Elliott ducking out of the way of that one. But it hooked its way into the zone. 0-1 now, brought across the middle, swing and a miss, strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, or no balls, 2 strikes. First 2 balls were strikes. Here's a pitch, though, that's low and away, 4-1. Elliott, a sophomore. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch, going back to that breaking ball. Caught the corner, strike 3. Might have caught just a sliver of the corner, but it's enough to get his first strikeout of the day, and Waynesville's retired the first 3 to start this ball game off. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Bottom of the second. We'll see if Waynesville can get things done on their side of the plate. You're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball, Z102.3.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe Chevrolet, off I-44, exit 156 in Waynesville.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And once again, back here at Wayne Bandy Ball Field. Bottom of the first incoming. Still no score. Waynesville getting the 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Very varied inning. But Waynesville getting it done on the defensive side of things. But now comes the fun part. Can you keep the run scoring? Can you keep it going? Can you find runs like you did in the last 2 games? I know you came up a little bit short, but I would like to see Waynesville do something here. I think starting off with a little bit of momentum in the bottom of the first, heading into the second, will give Waynesville a lot of confidence moving forward. It's Connor Harbin here with you, Z102.3. Zach Keene on the mound for the St. James Tigers as he goes through his warm-up tosses. We'll be going shortly. Again, Emperado, Goforth, and Heberling set to bat here for Waynesville. That's really been, for the most part, the 1-2-3 for the Tigers here this season. Keene again on the mound. He is a Junior. There we go. There he is. Junior on the mound. Right-hander. Throw going on down to second. A one-hopper from behind the plate, Grant Rodriguez, and we'll get going here as Zach Imperato steps in to once again lead off another Tigers ballgame. So we'll start things off here, righty versus righty matchup. Imperato going to settle in. Imperato sometimes likes to swing away here. We'll see if he goes after the first pitch. Wind up, squaring up to bunt, pulling it back. Pitch ends up in the zone. It's called strike one. Imperato could set the stage here. Next pitch from Keene. Check swing. Did he go around on it? Pitch is outside. They'll appeal on down. No swing, says the field umpire. And the count evens up 1-1. Third baseman over there. Aiden Moffitt playing near the grass. Nice little gap over there. Again, going to square up to bunt. Bunts it. Pops it up. Charging after it's Keene. Going to barehand it. Throw to first is there. And they get Imperato trying to bunt for a hit. Keene coming off the mound, barehanding it. Making the hard throw. Almost too wide. James Perkins over there on first. Big and tall is he. Able to stretch out and bring it in. Not an easy play over there on first. Also coming across. Had to go across and reach to his left. So Imperato's gone. 1-3 of the putout. Brings us now to Jackson Goforth, who also squares up. Pulls the bat back. Pitch outside. 1-0. Goforth, right-handed batter. One away, bases empty. Next pitch. That one's inside, well inside. And it's 2-0. When I say well inside, I mean flat out behind him. Goforth having to lean out of the way to avoid getting hit. So 2-0 is the count. Keene working from the stretch. The pitch. Low in the dirt. Keene foregoing the windup. Straight to stretch. Some pitchers do, some pitchers don't. Here's the 3-0 now. Goforth letting it go by. Low in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher Rodriguez, but not far enough. Goforth will hustle down the baseline anyway. So he becomes our game's first base runner. And with Goforth on, here comes Ethan Heberling. So Heberling going to take a crack at it here. Left-handed batter. Settling in, pickoff throw, quick one over the first. But Goforth. Hand on a swivel, getting back. King going to fire the first pitch in now to Heberling. Inside, it's ball one. So again, Heberling at the plate. Then after that, Creed Jones. And he's on the on-deck circle. Justin Zuber after that. Next pitch, Goforth taking off. Here's a pitch well inside. Off the backstop. Rodriguez playing it on the hop, but Goforth already there. Go down's a wild pitch. Allows Goforth to head on over to second. Not a good jump on it. Might have been safe even with a throw. But the pitch was actually behind Heberling. Second time in this inning. So 2-0 the count. Still one away, but a runner in scoring position now. Pitch delivered. Heberling almost offering up. Guess the pitch was low. 3-0. Thought that one might have found the zone, but it didn't. As you can see out there, just how fast this wind's blowing. I'd not like to be a player out there with long hair today. There are quite a few. 3 balls, no strikes. Pickoff throw over to second this time. But again, Goforth getting back. And so we'll return to the plate here. See if Heberling just lets one go by. He does. Pitch, though, was in there. And that'll be strike one. So 3-1 still. Heberling with the advantage here. Can afford to be a little picky here. Here comes the pitch. Swing. Hard hit ground ball over to first. Perkins has it. He'll take it to the bag himself. Meanwhile, Goforth advances over to third, and there'll be 2 outs. Runner now over on third. So Waynesville going to need a 2-out hit here. Fortunately for the Tigers, their cleanup hitter, Creed Jones, next up to the plate. Jones put in a little work against Rolla. Came in late as a pinch hitter in that game, but made his presence felt. Trying to get you his line from that game. There it is. Tell you about it here as he takes a first pitch. Ball too high. Jones coming in the fourth. Had himself a double and an RBI. Here's a swing, line drive out to left field. That'll score a run. So there you go. Jones wasting no time. Second pitch of the at-bat sends one out to left. It's an RBI single, and Waynesville leads this one here at 1-0. Goforth scores from third. The 2-out base hitting comes in clutch, and we'll see if Waynesville can maybe find something more. Justin Zuber, he'll settle in now, batting from the right-hand side. Jones taking about a 2-step lead, diving back, pickoff throw. Safe over at first. Zuber now at the plate. David Vernon on deck. Another pickoff throw. That ball going to get by Perkins, but not far enough to advance Jones, who was a little slow to get up. Actually, Perkins opting to go over the top of Jones to try to chase after that baseball. And so we'll just continue to wait this first pitch here to Zuber. Very little cloud cover here today. A mostly blue sky. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Of course, Waynesville still filing in to our left. The Waynesville crowd. St. James, there's a few here and there. One now. Breaking ball stays high. Throw another down one over to first. Jones gets back. Once again, they're really testing Jones over there. But so far, the reactions have proved satisfactory. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, 2 away here in this 1-0 ball game. Tigers lead here in this one. Next pitch, Jones taking off for second. Pitch well outside. Rodriguez throw on down. Not going to be in time. Jones has a stolen base. So after all that, Jones does eventually find himself the stolen base. Now stands in scoring position. 2-1 count here to Zuber. Pitch was well outside. Base hit to the outfield. Potentially scores another run. Here comes the pitch. Here's a swing. Hard hit line drive, but right at Perkins, who makes the grab and ends the inning. So Zuber gives it a ride, but unfortunately Perkins is right there to end the inning. But Waynesville, they put themselves on the board here in the bottom of the first. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and there was 1 runner left over on base. New inning, second inning coming up here. Waynesville leads 1-0 over the St. James Tigers. You're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball right here, Z102.3.
Again?
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
What you put off maintaining today could cost you more later on. When it comes to your vehicle's tires, it's essential for your safety and the safety of others that your tire pressure, tread, and sidewalls are in good shape. Drive with peace of mind.
At Clark Tire Company of Camdenton, you can always count on the friendly staff who value their customers. For tire service and maintenance to keep your family safe, stop in Clark Tire of Camdenton.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri. A
brand new inning here in Waynesville. Top of the second we go. Waynesville holding on to a lead here. 1-0 off the Creed Jones RBI single. So Waynesville will look to hold on to that lead here through this next inning. They'll have to go through the middle of the lineup. 4, 5, and 6 set to hit here for the St. James Tigers. James Perkins, first one in at the plate. Batting from the left-hand side, first pitch, weak foul ball to the left. And we start 0-1. Connor Harbert here, Z102.3. On this Monday afternoon, our first Monday broadcast of the campaign. Coming in late in the season. At least as far as Waynesville goes. Next pitch, low and inside, ball 1. Actually might be our first Monday period between Waynesville and Frisco. Tomorrow, not our first Tuesday game, I know that much. But we'll be back out here in Waynesville for that one too. Next pitch, big breaking ball, caught the lower inside corner. And it goes 1-2 here to Perkins. Perkins, well, the St. James Tigers, couple of good defensive plays in the bottom of the first. Trying to get something done with his bat here. Gonna watch it one go by. 2-0, 2-2. Big, tall player. And throws with the right, but batting from the left-hand side. Here comes the 2-2 from Breeden now. Swing and a high chopper. That's going to get over the head of the second baseman, Goforth. Took a hard hop over the top of Goforth. It'll go down as a single. And Perkins has St. James's first hit of the day.
Now batting number 16, Zach Keene.
Unfortunately, Goforth, not the tallest player out there. That ground ball had a lot of air under it. And so, Perkins is aboard here. First pitch offered up to Zach Keene. It's in there for a called strike 1. Pitcher v. pitcher here. Keene batting 5th in the St. James lineup. Perkins, small lead over on first. Next pitch. Almost one to go on it, but it's outside, 1-1. On deck here, Aaron Skaggs, shortstop. Devin Skelly after that. Pickoff throw to first. Perkins getting back in time. One. Here's a swing and a miss. Perkins taking off for second. The throw on down just a bit too high. He'll sail on into the outfield. Perkins will be safe. I think if that throw was just a little bit lower, might have had a play on it. But Perkins does get in there safely. We go at the plate, 1-2. Breeden trying to get that first out at the plate here. Already has 1 strikeout today. Next pitch, too far outside, 2-2. So potentially tying run in the early stages of this game. Standing scoring position. Breeden again comes set. Offers up. 2-2. Close. But misses. 3-2. First base. Unoccupied here at the moment. Payoff pitch. Looks good. Called as such. King thought it was inside. But instead, it'll be Breeden's second strikeout of the day. Caught the inside line. Out number 1. Runner stays over on second. Here comes shortstop Aaron Skaggs. Skaggs, right-handed batter. Waggling that bat off the shoulder. First pitch. Here's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Lots of bat movement there in that stance. Choking very high up on that bat. Definitely looking to make contact. Next pitch, well outside. Vernon coming out of his stance to chase after that one. Keeps it in front of him, though. 1-1. Even count. One's across the board. Next pitch. Fouled it off to the right-hand side. That'll be strike 2. Breeden again, ahead in the count. Strikeout number 3 would definitely be Very nice in this spot. Keep that runner over on second. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Again, fouled it off. Skaggs not going down without a fight here. Still 1-2. Waynesville playing pretty much straightaway defense. Here's a swing. Ground ball over to third. Althusius playing on a hop here. Throw going to go across the diamond. Over to first. Nice stretch to make the play. That will be out number 2. Meanwhile, though, Perkins does wait it out. He advances over to third on the throw. So that tying run just 90 feet away here with 2 down. So we'll see if Waynesville can get out of it here. Stepping in, it's right fielder Devin Skelly. Skelly, another right-handed batter. First pitch, too high, ball 1. Bottom of the lineup now, Skelly, number 7 in the order. 4th batter of the inning. 1-0. Here's a swing, line drive. That's going to be beyond go forth. That'll tie this ball game up. Perkins will come home to score. It'll be an RBI single for Skelly. St. James' second hit of the day, tied up at 1. So the Waynesville lead did not last for very long. Tigers of St. James come marching right back. Now Waynesville trying to keep it. A tie ball game. Here's Jesse Hudson. First pitch, Hudson takes, strike 1. Of course, while I'm thinking about it, big thank you to all of our sponsors, who we will certainly go over here in a moment. Trying to find an opportune time. Of course, anytime's an opportune time. I can just kind of sneak it on in there. Next pitch on the way. Taking off for second is Skelly. Throw is not going to be there. Skelly has the stolen base. Hemmerling trying to come in front of the bag and apply the tag from there. Wasn't able to get it done. Couldn't keep the ball in the glove. But it is an 0-2 count here at the plate. Breeden comes through. Here's a swing and a miss. The stolen base ultimately does not matter. Strikeout number 3 here for Breeden today, and that'll end the second. But St. James does tie things up here. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. 1 runner left over on base. Bottom of the second, we'll see if Waynesville can reclaim that lead. We're back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball. It's Z102.3.
Turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage. Napa Premium Performance Motor Oil is just $3.99 a quart, or $17.99 for the 5-quart jug this month at your Napa Parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply. Save 25% on Royal Purple High Performance Motor Oil. Get a $10 rebate to redeem online. Get a 5-quart jug of Royal Purple and receive a Max Clean Fuel System Cleaner free. Rain-X 2-in-1 Glass Cleaner and Rain Repellent, $5.99. Ask about their specials on Avalanche Refrigerant. Lawnmower and marine batteries are in stock too at your Napa Parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert, and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Bottom of the second here at Wayne Bandy Ball Field here in, of course, Waynesville, Missouri. Bottom of the second incoming. Waynesville, well, they're all tied up here with the St. James Tigers, 1 apiece. Waynesville picking up their run in the bottom of the first. St. James coming back, top of the second. And so we'll see if the Tigers, the Waynesville, of course, got to remember both teams, the Tigers, of course. So we'll see if the Waynesville Tigers can get back out in front here in the bottom of the second. 6, 7, and 8 coming up here for the Tigers. It'll be David Vernon to start things out here. Vernon, Breeden, Martinez all set to bat here. Zach Keene still on the mound for St. James. First pitch inside. It's ball 1. As always, Connor Harbin here with you. Windy Monday afternoon, at least for 4 more minutes. 1-0. This time, too far outside, 2-0. When does evening start, anyway? Is that subjective? Is there a time? I say 5 o'clock. Here's the 2-0. Hard hit ground ball over to third. Hayden Moffitt has it. Throw across the diamond. Handled by Perkins. And Vernon is retired to start the second. So Vernon down quickly here. 1 down. Base is still empty. Incoming now, Peyton Breeden. Breeden set to hit for the first time, batting in the 7 slot. First offering, well outside, it's ball 1. Of course, Breeden, pitching to Keene, was able to pick up the strikeout. Now trying to win on this side of things as well. Ahead in the count, 1-0, next pitch. Inside, Breeden going to offer up, though. It's a swinging bunt. Charging down the line here, throw to first is going to be in there. And Breeden will ground out as well. That pitch was about maybe a full foot inside. Breeden might have flinched at it, trying to get out of the way of it, and somehow made contact and put one down the third base line. Good on him to hustle down the line, but he's still thrown out 2-3. So the first 2 are down here in the second. Here is designated hitter Isaac Martinez. He takes a breaking ball high to start things off, 1-0. Now on its way. Here's a breaking ball that finds its way in, 1-1. Martinez batting in the 8 slot today. He's batting cleanup against Rolla. Bit of a different look for him here. Watching another one go by. That also finds his own, 1-2. So Martinez behind in the count. Keene through the windup, the pitch. Hard hit ground ball into left field. That's a base hit. Good 2-out, 2-strike hitting here shown by Martinez as he's aboard. Keeps the inning alive here. Right on down the third base line. Past the outstretched glove of Moffitt. And so, that brings us to number 9 hitter here, Hunter Althusius. Of course, after Althusius comes the top of the lineup. And Althusius trying to keep the line moving here. Again, trying to reclaim that lead. Here's a pitch outside. It's wild. Martinez taking off for second. He'll be in there with plenty of time. Runner in scoring position now. Second wild pitch of the day here for Keene up on the mound. 1-0 count. Next pitch. Again outside, this time in the dirt, 2. Rodriguez able to keep it in front of him. It's 2-0. Keene has had a bit of a control problem here in this game. No walks just yet. But he's been working behind in counts. Waynesville's been able to put the ball into the field of play. Here's a swing, not a swing, but rather a ball that gets on by for strike 1. A throw back to the mound actually gets by pretty much everybody into center field. But Martinez unable to advance. So no harm there, 2-1. Again, 2 outs, 2 ground outs to start the inning. Next pitch, again gets away from Rodriguez. It was inside, ball 3, and Martinez moves over to third. So 2 wild pitches to advance Martinez around the base paths. It's a 3-1 count here, but if Althusius can find one, pick himself up a base hit, could potentially give Waynesville back the lead. See if he can get it done here. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swing, foul ball off to the right-hand side. It'll be a full count. So full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Runner on third. Keene comes set, and the payoff pitch. It is outside, ball 4. Althusius draws the walk. So there is the first, how about the second walk of the day? I lied to you. Second walk given up by Keene. And that brings us to the top of the lineup. Good man up here to try to get that base knock to give Waynesville the lead. Here comes Zach Imperato. Imperato grounded out. Excuse me. Well, technically grounded out here. Here's a pickoff throw to first. Whew. Faked the throw to third and then came around to first. Almost caught Althusius leaning, but he gets back in. Turn to the plate. Imperato tried to bunt for a hit to start off the bottom of the first, but he was thrown out. Another pickoff throw. But again, he gets back. Althusius playing with fire already. Has that lead again. About a 3-step lead over there. Here comes the first pitch to Imperato. Outside, it's ball 1. Second base unoccupied here, so Waynesville can't rely on the walk to bring that run home. Not yet, anyway. Here's the 1-0. Imperato, swing and a miss. 1-1. Swung over the top of it. Evens up the count. More and more people making their way here to Wayne Bandy Ball Field. Next pitch, too low. Taking off for second is Althusius. He'll be there. Throw actually quickly back to the mound. They try to get the runner over at third. But Martinez not fooled. He's able to dive back in as well. So Althusius takes the bag. Good house a stolen base. At least I think so. 2-1 here at the plate. Here's a swing. Ground ball over to second. That's going to get by. That scores a run. That might even score 2. Rounding third is Althusius. He scores as well. It's a 2-run error, and Waynesville leads 3-1. That's a big error in the grand scheme of things. What could have been an ending play ends up giving Waynesville a 3-1 lead. An error on the second baseman, Joey Ford, and the inning continues on. So Martinez and Althusius both score. Here's a quick comebacker to the mound. Jackson Goforth again at the plate. Keene able to keep it in front of him. He'll make the throw to first and end the inning. But Waynesville got what they wanted. They got 2 more runs to retake the lead heading into the third. They pick up 2 runs. It was on 1 hit. It was on 1 error. And there was 1 runner left on base. So let's go ahead and head on into inning number 3 with Waynesville. Waynesville Tigers back out in front. It's 3-1. Back in 60, Waynesville Tiger Baseball, Z102.3.
Mountain Dew Zero Sugar asks, ever wonder what it would be like to live in an alternate universe? One where everything seems to work just the opposite of the way you'd expect? Well, friends, welcome to the alternate universe of Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. The taste is nothing less than outrageously delicious. And Mountain Dew Zero Sugar comes in awesomely exhilarating flavors like Original Dew Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew Spark Zero Sugar, and Mountain Dew Major Melon Zero Sugar. Try the incredible flavors of Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. Zero Sugar, all dew.
When the chaos is over and the dust settles, it's a relief to see that big old tree you've always loved still there, unharmed and confident. Confidence that brings about trust and comfort from a full-service bank right here in your own community. Your one stop for savings, checking, home equity and auto loans, and CDs and money markets. That's your protection from the storm.
The Bank of Iberia in 2 locations, Iberia and Waynesville. Come on in to the Bank of Iberia.
Waynesville back out in front as we come back to the top of the third. 2 runs on an error. Well, you take it any way you can get it there. What could have been an ending play ends up giving the Tigers the lead. So, Waynesville leads 3-1 over St. James. Back to the St. James side of the lineup. First pitch here to Grant Rodriguez is a pop fly. Right side, treading foul over the fence. Goforth going to slam into the fence for good measure, but it's going to be 0-1. Connor Harbert here with you, Z102.3. Again, a ground ball right through the legs of the second baseman Ford. The runners on second and third. That is a costly error. But it's one Waynesville's going to take advantage of every single time. See if they can hold that lead here as Rodriguez again sends a foul ball over the fence. It's 0-2. Peyton Breeden still on the mound. 3rd inning of work. Did give up the run in the second. But 3 strikeouts today. Looking for number 4. Here's the 0-2. Another foul ball. Rodriguez need to come around on that one just a little bit quicker to straighten that one out. But again, Breeden continues to just fire strikes in. 3 strikes, no walks thus far. And we talked about it pregame. Wanted to see Breeden have a good start to his latest outing. He's certainly done that so far. Next pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Strikeout on number 3. Strikeout number 4, should say. Strike 3, strikeout number 4. His second swinging strikeout today. There'll be one down here as we go back to the top of the order. So St. James one time through the lineup, a couple hits and a run as well. Here comes J.V. Muir. Center fielder. Flew out to his counterpart, so he's 0 for 1 today. First pitch outside, it's ball 1. Solidly struck ball, but playable for Emperado out in center field. Here's the 1-0 now. Ground ball, third base side, stays fair. Into left field it goes. It's going to be extra bases here for Muir. He rounds first. Here comes a throw into second, but it is not going to be in time. As Muir just barely gets in there for a one-out double. So Muir has the game's first extra base hit here. Ground ball down the third base side. And again, still with one out, here is Aiden Moffitt. Pickoff throw over to second. Throw comes into Heberling. Muir gets back in. Moffitt, his first time out, grounded out to third. Nice play over at third by Althusius to record the out. Next pitch, runs inside, ball 1. Get to my sponsor list here in just a moment. I realize I said it back in the second inning. We'd get to it. And as always, it slipped my mind. Here's a pitch in there, strike 1. Starting now. Big thank you to Air Serve, St. Robert Auto Supply, PepsiCo, Bank of Iberia, Waynesville Memorial Chapel, mailbox it. Here's the next pitch, line drive, third base side, but foul for strike 2. Thank you to Bank of Crocker, Ed Morse Ford and St. Robert, Shelter Mutual Insurance, Phelps Health, Lowe's Chevrolet, Marys County Bank, and Clark Tire. Also, big thank you to Misha, not only for allowing these broadcasts to happen, but also for making my log nice and clean and tidy and full of 60-second breaks. Here is the 1-2. Fly ball left side, but again, it's foul. Count staying here at 1-2 now. Breeden gets another baseball. Muir taking a lead over on second. Here to Aiden Moffitt. Left-handed batter. Next 2-strike pitch. Another ground ball over to third. Gets by Althusius. Muir going to try to advance to third. He will be there. He will advance no further, but it's going to be an error here on Althusius. First Waynesville error of the day. The runners at the corners still with one out. So Althusius, who made a good play the first time around, this time, unfortunately, lets it go by. And so the inning continues on here with just one out. The designated hitter, Leighton Elliott, coming to the plate. Batting from the 3 slot. Tying run is over on first. Move over to first. No throw, though. Just keeping him honest over there. Elliott, he's 0 for 1. Struck out looking. His first time up. Here comes the first pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1. If I remember correctly, caught looking at a breaking ball that caught the corner. Low and away. Here comes the 0-1 now. Swing, fly ball off toward right. Going to be deep enough to score a run. But Zuber is going to make the catch. Taking off for home plate is Muir. He will be there. And the lead is cut to 1 here at 3-2. So Elliott flies out to right. That'll be out number 2. But it will go down as a sacrifice fly. St. James finds a run once more. Lead runner still held over on first, however. Here comes cleanup hitter James Perkins. Perkins is 1 for 1. First pitch outside, 1-0. Had himself a single, stole second, and came around to score later in the inning. 1-0 now, offered up too high, 2-0. That was on the RBI single for Devin Skelly. The count. Here's a swing, fly ball, sent off toward right. Zuber coming up on it. It's going to be a tough play. It gets by him. There to cut it off, that's going to be Emperado. Moffitt heading over towards third. He'll go no further. But it's another base hit here for Perkins. And that tying run now stands over on third. So Waynesville at risk here of letting the St. James Tigers tie things back up. Zuber trying to run up on that one. Couldn't get there in time. Good on Zach Imperato out there over at center to combine on it and cut it off. Might have been the difference there in preventing a run. So Waynesville still can get out of it with the lead here, but going to need to find a way through Zach Keene here. First pitch, Keene going to foul it off to the right. 0-1 count. Keene, first time up, struck out looking. Next pitch on the way, taking off for second is Perkins, but it's a foul ball. He'll have to come back. So 2 foul balls means no balls, 2 strikes. 2 away here in the top of the third. 3-2 our score. Waynesville leads by 1. Runners at the corners. Here is the 0-2 pitch. Just a bit too low. Ball 1. Any way to get that third out. Doesn't matter how, just get it here. Here is the 1-2 now. Here's a swing, weak ground ball over towards short. Coming up on it, that's Heberling. Throw to first, in there, and Waynesville will preserve the lead heading into the bottom of the third. But St. James does find another run. Sacrifice fly for Leighton Elliott gives St. James, well, at least cuts into this Waynesville lead. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and there was 2 runners left over on base. So that'll take us on into the bottom of the third. Waynesville leads this one by 1. It's 3-2. Back in 60, you're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball, Z102.3.
Ever think about living to be 100 years old? Well, maybe you will. Hello, this is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. Making plans and being prepared for events in our lives is the right thing to do. At Memorial Chapels, we offer many choices in funeral planning, and we're always available to discuss options regarding how best to fund those choices. Because when it comes to important events in life, you really need to get prepared.
Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard.
Back here at Wayne Bandy Ballpark in Waynesville. Time for the bottom of the third. Tigers back to the plate, and by that I mean the Waynesville Tigers. They lead this one 3-2. 3, 4, and 5 meet of the lineup. Coming up next, Heberling, Jones, Zuber. See if Ethan Heberling can get things going here. He'll be the first one to bat. Stepping in, left-hand side of the plate. Zach Keene still on the mound. Delivers a first pitch strike. Get it going here with an 0-1 count. Connor Harbert here with you, Z102.3. Waynesville, just 1 earned run here today, but they do lead. A 2-run error back in the second inning, committed by the St. James Tigers. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball high, it's 1-1. Waynesville's earned run today, that came on an RBI single by a man we'll see later on in this inning. Creed Jones, 1-1 delivered in. Here's a swing, foul ball to the backstop. It's 1-2. So Heberling behind in the count here. As King comes set, going back to the windup. Here is the pitch. Too high, 2-2. That'll bring the count back to even here. Here's the next 2-strike pitch. Foul it off behind us. Heberling keeps himself alive here. At 2-2. Trying to get the inning going on a good start, or trying to get it off on a good foot here, or something like that. Next pitch, swing, fly ball sent out toward left. Actually, well, maybe my depth perception needs some work, but it's going to be dropped anyway. Aaron Skaggs, the shortstop, unable to make the play on it. It'll be another error, but it's an error that Waynesville will take. Heberling safe over on first. Here for Creed Jones. Again, the wind is wild today. Fly balls are not necessarily a guarantee out there. So it looks like Skaggs may have just misplayed a bit too far. First pitch in the dirt. Heberling a bit of a large secondary jump there. Scuttles back after the throw, though. Might see him try to take off for second. There's a pickoff throw, though, keeping him honest. Come back to the plate here, a 1-0 count. Next pitch, Jones swinging away. Here's another fly ball, foul territory right side, but first baseman James Perkins unable to run it down. Just go down as a strike one. Jones 1 for 1, again, RBI single. Was able to bring Jackson Goforth around to score. Was left stranded on second base, though, after stealing the bag. But a second crack at it here in the third inning. Trying to advance Heberling, trying to get back out to that 2-run lead. 1-1. Keene from the stretch, going to step off now. No throw over to first. Steps off, now reclaims his spot. Well, 1-1 the count, nobody out. Next pitch, running inside. Ooh, they called it a strike. 1-2. So Jones behind in the count now. Pickoff throw to first, and they got him. So Heberling picked off over at first. That'll wipe away the error. Base is empty now. One away. And a 1-2 count at the plate. Not ideal. Here's the 2-strike pitch from Keene. Hard hit ground ball over to third. That gets on through. So Jones will find himself another hit as he sneaks one by the third baseman Moffitt. And now, well, Waynesville picked that runner back up over on first here, albeit with one away. Here's Justin Zuber.
Number 16, Justin.
You'd rather have runners on first and second, but honestly, we'll see if the rest of the Waynesville lineup can't bring Jones around this time. So here is Zuber. 0 for 1 today. First pitch here to Zuber. Taking off is going to be Jones. Throw one down to second. They got him another one. Base running has not been Waynesville's forte here in this half inning. That might look, well, excuse me, maybe trying to lay down a bunt and a sacrifice. Zuber was bunting for something there. Didn't make contact. Rodriguez guns down Jones. So 2 base runners wiped off the base paths here. Zuber takes one high for ball 1. 1-1. Even count. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. One and two pitch. Too high over the head of Zuber. 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, two away. Bottom of the third. Next pitch. Zuber able to keep himself alive here. Catches enough of one to send it into the backstop. Still 2-2. Here comes the next 2-2. And it's going to be called strike 3. Tell you what, if it's inside today, you're going to have to offer up at it. As once again, Waynesville finds itself down here in the third. So, first strikeout today for Zach Keene. Waynesville gets 2 base runners, but both of them picked off. One at first, one at second. No runs on one hit, one error, and nobody left over on base. So, brand new inning. How about the fourth here in Waynesville? Waynesville Tigers still lead this one, though. It's 3-2. Back in 60, you're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball. Right here, Z102.3.
As the years go by, everything gets older. Even the new seeds just planted. Getting older means getting wiser. And in the banking business, that means keeping up with the times. For 112 years, the Bank of Crocker has met the needs of the Fort Wood area and exceeded those needs with the most modern banking services available. With Android and Apple mobile banking apps. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is a click away no matter where you are. Personal hometown service, however, has not changed. That's one thing that's stayed the same as the Bank of Crocker turns 112. The Bank of Crocker, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Hey folks, Mike Freeman with Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert, where you'll always get more. With one of the largest pre-owned inventories in the area, you'll get more selection. With a friendly professional sales team, you'll get more customer service. And with incredible deals right now on every pre-owned in stock, you'll get more for your money. Come by Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert today or shop 24/7 at edmorsefordstrobert.com. And remember, you'll always get more when you shop at Ed Morse.
A new pitcher here for the Waynesville Tigers as we start the fourth. Wesley Dye going to take things over here for Peyton Breeden, who comes out of the ball game after pitching 3 innings here today. Breeden not leaving the game, though. He is going to swap with Dye, so just a 1-for-1 trade there. Breeden now over at first, and, of course, Dye over on the mound. Connor Harbert here, Z102.3. 3-2 our score. Waynesville, they lead by 1. Unfortunately, did not have the most productive bottom of the third. Got themselves a couple base runners. Both base runners thrown out. One picked off. One caught stealing. Strikeout to end the inning, but still holding on to that lead here. So we'll see if Wesley Dye can get it done. We can close the book now on Peyton Breeden. We'll do so here in just a moment. As Dye, the big tall right-hander, fires one in. Just downside. Nope. Gonna say caught the edge. 0-1. Breeden goes 3 innings today. 2 runs, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks. Here's a swing, pop fly, staying in the infield. Got to play this one here. Coming up, Balthusius can't make the grab on it. And so, Skaggs will find himself a pop fly single. Don't think that touched the glove of Balthusius, so it'll go down as a single. As again, the wind probably victimizing Waynesville a little bit there. Tying run aboard here. Here comes Devin Skelly. Again, 4 strikeouts, no walks. 1 earned run for Breeden today. Again, in 3 innings of work. First pitch here, too. Devin Skelly is a high chopper, third base side, but foul. 0-1. Skelly, 1-for-1 with an RBI. RBI single came back in inning number 2. Of course, we are in the top of the 4th. 3-2 ball game. Righty versus righty. Dye delivers the 0-1. Squaring up to bunt was Skelly. Throw on down to second. Not going to get it. And actually the ball heads on out into right. Tripping over the bag, though, with Skaggs. He'll have to come on back over to second. Again, Waynesville might have had an opportunity there, but the ball sailed wide. So Skaggs in there with the stolen base. (0-2) count here at the plate. Next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Dye wasting no time, getting his first strikeout. Well, a little bit of time there, giving up the leadoff single. But he does record the first out. With Skelly gone, here comes Jesse Hudson. Hudson 0 for 1, struck out. Struck out swinging his first time, back in the second. That ended the inning. First pitch here to Hudson this time around, though. Low, 4-1. Was the third of Breeden's 4 strikeout victims today. 1-0 launched in there. Caught the inside edge, strike 1. One's across the board, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1-run ball game. Next pitch. Here's a swing, fly ball out towards center. Playable though for Emperado. He makes the grab, throw to second. Not going to be in time. And Skaggs gets just in there to prevent the double play. Hudson though flies out to center. That's out number 2. So back-to-back out here for Waynesville. Try to wrap things up here, keep that runner stranded on the base pass. Here is Grant Rodriguez. Again, another player 0 for 1 today. First pitch, hard comebacker, off the glove of Dye though. Play could still be made. Gonna try it, no, but the throw is gonna be late. And it is gonna be an infield single for Rodriguez. Caught a lot of that. It ricocheted off the glove of Dye, which actually may have saved a run. As it kept the ball in the infield. Unfortunately, didn't get enough of a roll on it. Goforth trying to come up on it in time. Wasn't able to do so. So Rodriguez beats out the infield single. So, it'll be runners at the corners here. Tying run on third. 2 outs. Top of the order here. Here's J.V. Muir. Muir, 1 for 2. Both times today, he sent one to the outfield. 1 through the air on a fly out to center. 1 on the ground. It was a double down the third base line. Hopefully we get the former. The latter most likely ties it up. Actually, the latter would certainly tie it up. 1-0. Here's a swing. Well, here's a fly ball to center. I may have invoked it there, using my powers for good. Fly out to center. Emperado has it. And that does end the inning. So, St. James threatens, but they pick up no runs. No runs on 2 hits. There were no errors, and there was 2 runners left on base. So Waynesville's lead holds to the bottom of the 4th. We're officially halfway through this one, with Waynesville still leading by 1 here at 3-2. Back in 60, you're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball, Z102.3.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
For a free insurance review,
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your shelter insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your shelter insurance agent in Richland.
Wondering where to go for care at Phelps Health? For non-life-threatening conditions that require ongoing care and prevention, like annual checkups or colds, make an appointment with one of our primary care providers. When you need immediate attention for non-life-threatening health matters, like a cut that may require stitches, our immediate care clinics in Rolla and Waynesville are here to help. And if you're experiencing life-threatening medical issues, the Phelps Health Emergency Department is committed to caring for you when you need it most. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more.
Bottom of the 4th here in Waynesville. 3-2 our score. Waynesville leaves 2 runners stranded for St. James in the top half of the inning, trying to do more damage, trying to retake that 2-run lead and maybe get a little more while they're at it. Connor Harvey here with you, Z102.3. Zach Keene still on the mound here for St. James. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 coming up here for The Waynesville Tigers, Vernon, Breeden, and Martinez, all set to take their cuts here in this one. Again, I remind you, don't forget to tune back in tomorrow, same time, same place. It's going to be Waynesville baseball once more. Back-to-back days here as Waynesville tries to pick up a win against the Parkview Vikings. Coming in from Springfield. Should be a fun one. 4:30 start, 4:15 pregame. Again, right here, Z102.3. First pitch to David Vernon, outside, ball one. Vernon 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to third his first time up. Next pitch, also well outside, 2-0. Of course, we've got a few more Waynesville games, including an interesting one next week. We're on the road next week for Waynesville baseball. My super special Waynesville-Frisco League collaboration special. It's the 2-0s delivered too low. It's 3-0. We'll travel down to Licking. Of course, the Licking Wildcats. They await Waynesville. Figured that'd be a fun one to get a Frisco League quota in. So the 3-0 is taken all the way for strike one. Told myself I'd get most, if not all, the Frisco League teams in this season. That turned out to be the easiest way to do it for Licking. Here's a pitch that runs inside. That one hits him. Vernon going to take one here. Looks like he's all right as he trots down the line. It'll be a leadoff hit by pitch. Start off inning number 4 here for Waynesville. So Vernon aboard. Let's see what Peyton Breeden can do. Breeden also 0 for 1. Remember, kind of chased one his first time up. Kind of a swinging bunt, if you will. If it was a bunt, it would have been picture perfect. But it wasn't the intention. Pickoff throw over to first. Keen's got a good move, but Vernon gets back safely. And then, of course, I think after that we'll have one more Waynesville game. We'll be back here when Waynesville plays host to Owensville. I believe that's our last non-playoffs game here this season. 0-1 pitch, fastball, caught the inside edge, 1-1. We'll have one more pure Frisco League game as well. I believe it's Richland versus Stoutland. That game being played in Richland. I have to check my schedule, but I think that is the last one. Another pickoff throw to first. This one gets by. Taking off for second is Vernon. He's going to get in there safely. And there'll be an error here on Keene. Vernon going to try to make it 2. He's going to try to head to third. He's going to be there. So St. James a little bit too over-aggressive on the pickoff throws. This one gets by Perkins over at first. And Vernon's going to make him pay. He takes 2. There'll be an error on Keene. Third error of the day on St. James, and Waynesville's got themselves in a good spot here. Runner on third, nobody out. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Breeden. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Oh, 0-2 count. Next one on the way, low and outside, ball 1. Of course, I believe that Frisco League game, by the way, turn to what I was talking about, I believe that one is in Richland. Looking forward to that. But again, that is next week. That one will also be right here, Z102.3. Of course, I also could be lying to you. Nope. 5-9 at Richland. Absolutely not lying to you. Here comes the 1-2 now to Breeden. Swing, hard hit line drive, off toward the Waynesville dugout. Foul ball, stays at 1-2. Then after that, I do believe we're going to be covering some district baseball on the Frisco League side of things. So, even though our last game is on May the 11th, our last regular season game, it won't be the end of baseball here on 102.3. We'll have more on the way. 1-2 coming up here. Breeden, line drive, left field. That's going to score the run. Vernon comes home to score. Breeden has himself the RBI single. And Waynesville leads again by 2 here at 4-2. So another costly St. James error gives Vernon 2 bags in what could have been a first and second situation for Waynesville. Of course, assuming Breeden again finds the hit. Turns into a run. 4-2 now, still nobody out. Isaac Martinez taking a first pitch strike. Martinez 1 for 1 today. Singled back in the second. Advanced on 2 wild pitches. Pickoff throw to first. Breeden getting back. Found his way to third and then came home to score on the error. the 2-out error. Remember, scored 2 runs for Waynesville. Next pitch on the way. Martinez making contact. Buddy grounds one foul, 0-2. 4 runs today for Waynesville. Only one of them earned. But, as I've said several times this game, you take them if you can get them. 0-2 now. Martinez swinging a miss. That's strike 3. Skip the plate, but as Rodriguez points out, first base occupied. He'll just go down as out number 1. So Keene finds his second strikeout of the game. First out of the 4th inning. Stepping to the plate now, Hunter Althusius. Althusius drew the walk. Takes a first pitch strike. Drew a walk, stole second, and then came around to score. Oh, 1 pitch. Outside. It's 1-1. Next pitch on the way. Althusius trying to lay down a bunt. Couldn't make contact, though. It's 1-2. One and two now. Keene faking a move over toward first. Keeps the ball for himself down. Now gonna threaten a throw, but Breeden never left the bag. They want the balk. Are they going to get it? They're going to give it to him. Breeden to sprint his way over to second. And Waynesville's got another runner in scoring position here with 1 away. Keene made the move. I didn't see how he made the move. But Breeden had not left the bag yet. Keene a little bit overeager on it. Here's strike 3 called, though. Althusius watches one on the outside edge. Back-to-back strikeouts for Keene. And the man tasked with Breeden bringing Breeden around, that's going to be Zach Imperato. So Imperato is the man at the plate, back in the second. Of course, when Waynesville picked those 2 runs, of course, should have been the end of the inning. Went to the legs of the second baseman, though. Trying to find himself a base hit proper here. Stead going to pop one up right side, but deep enough to get away from the catcher Rodriguez. It's just strike 1. Imperato is 0 for 2 today. Again, tried to bunt for a hit back in the first. Was thrown out though, 1-3. Then again, reached on an error. So 0 for 2. 1-1 delivered now. Takes one inside. Strike 2. Again, that inside-outside has been someone to watch today. Can't really watch those go by. Here's the 1-2. Imperato trying to tee up on a breaking ball, but he sends it over the fence, out of play. Stays 1-2. Breeden over on second, 4-2 here in the bottom of the 4th. Next pitch. Here's a swing, ground ball over toward short. Going to be played here by Skaggs, but he's not going to have a play on it. Everyone's safe. Imperato, an infield single. Imperato using that speed to full effect there to get down the line. It'll be runners at the corners here. Trying to play the hero, Jackson Goforth. Goforth, he's on an 0 for 1 day today, but does represent one of those 4 runs. Drew the walk in the first, eventually was the man to score on the Creed Jones RBI single. First pitch, Goforth swinging. Here's a ground ball over to second. That's going to get by. That scores the run. Breeden scores. Imperato stops at second. It's another RBI single here for Goforth. I say another. It's his first RBI single today, but that'll still work as Waynesville increases their lead here to 3 at 5-2. So Breeden scores. Emperado, he moves over to second. It's first and second with 2 outs now. Here comes shortstop Ethan Heberling. Heberling also 0 for 2 today. Good time for his first hit if he can find it. First pitch inside. It's ball 1. Heberling grounded out first base unassisted back in the first. Reached base in the third on an error. That's going to be called strike 1. That's a bit of a wide zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch. That one's inside, ball 2. Throw gets away from Keene on the way back, but there to back him up, Joey Ford. 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, Heberling, he reached on an error, but was picked off over at first. What has been Waynesville's least productive inning thus far. Another ground ball to second. Ford has it. He's going to apply the tag on a advancing Jackson Goforth to end the inning. So it'll ultimately go down as a fielder's choice, but that ends Waynesville's 4th, but not before they pick up 2 runs. 2 runs coming in on 3 hits. There was 1 error, and there was 2 runners left on base. So, brings us in now to inning number 5. 3 innings left to play here in Waynesville. Tigers, they lead by 3 over the Tigers. It's 5-2. You're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball, Z102.3.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe Chevrolet, off I-44, exit 156 in Waynesville.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It is inning number 5, top of the 5th. First pitch here to Aiden Moffitt, too low. Ball 1. Wesley Dye still on the mound. 5-2 our score. Waynesville, they lead by 3. Finding a couple runs in the bottom of the 4th. Next pitch runs too low. 2-0 here to start. Moffitt 0 for 2 here in the game today. Grounded out to third in the first. Reached on an error in the third. Here's a hard hit ball out toward right here. Zuber backing up on it. Has to leap up, snow coned it a bit, but does make the grab for out number 1. Ken Zuber not really in a prime spot there today. That wind's going to make everything fly. I think he kind of learned that the hard way there. Came up on it, then had to back up on it, had to leap to make the grab. But he made the grab, and that's what's important. And that's the first out here. Here's a swing and a miss. Leighton Elliott for strike 1. Elliott, he is 0 for 1 with an RBI today. That came on a sacrifice fly. Here's another ball that drops in for strike 2. Elliott trying to hop out of the way of that one, but curled back in. Nice breaking ball there from Dye, looking for the strikeout. Here is the 0-2. Too low, 1-2. Dye, since replacing starter Peyton Breeden in the 4th. He's got himself a strikeout today. No walks. He's given up no runs just yet. Here's a swing, pop up, foul territory. But gets over the wall, off the concrete and beyond. 1-2. Well, we'll stay at 1-2. St. James, 2 runs on 6 hits here today. Waynesville's committed 1 error. St. James has left 5 runners on base. That's an important stat here in this one. He's left 2 runners on base in each of the last 2 innings. Waynesville's not gotten a 1-2-3 inning since the first. Next 1-2. That one's too far inside. 2-2. Waynesville, for comparison's sake, 5 runs, 6 hits, 4 left on base. Next pitch, that one runs behind Elliott. 3-2. Waynesville's been assisted by 3 St. James errors today. Payoff pitch, swing, foul ball. Try it again. 3 hole up to the plate. 4 hole coming up next, James Perkins. If we go any farther, Zach Keene. Currently waiting in the dugout. Die through the windup and the pitch. Outside, that's ball 4. So Waynesville will give up the walk here with 1 out. As Elliott makes his way over to the base paths for the first time in this game. With that tying run now in the on-deck circle, here is James Perkins. Perkins is 2 for 2 with 2 singles today. First pitch, swinging away. Ground ball over towards second. Playing it, go forth, flips it over to first, and he gets the out for out number 2. Go forth watching the edge of that grass there. Able to field it properly, make the play. No opportunity to make the throw over to second. So Elliott does advance, now in scoring position. But Waynesville does keep that tying run in the on-deck circle. Here is Zach Keene. Keene going to foul the first one off to the right, 0-1. Keene's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. Strikeout in the second, grounded out to short in the third. 0-1's low and away, ball 1. One and 1 fired in there by Dye. 2-0, 2-1. Dye working quickly. Next pitch. Outside, ball 3. First base unoccupied. Lead runner won't advance here on a walk. It is a man on second. Next pitch here to Keene. Keene watching it low, ball 4. Second walk of the inning given up here by Dye. First and second now.
Number 7, Aaron Skaggs.
And it's the shortstop coming up here, Aaron Skaggs. So Skaggs gonna look to pick himself up another base hit here. So we actually do have a courtesy runner in for the pitcher Keene. Charles McCormick will be your runner over there. Waynesville only really focused on the batter at the moment, though, with 2 outs. First pitch, fouled off, strike 1. Of course, get a force out if you can. But on pretty much, most likely on a ground ball, you're looking toward first. Fly out, of course, is a fly out. Strikeout would be pretty cool, too. 0-1 now. Here's a swing. Well, here is a fly ball, headed off toward right. Zuber underneath. And he's able to make the play for out number 3. So Zuber finds his second put out here in the 5th. That's enough to retire St. James here in this inning. No runs on no hits, no errors, 2 runners left over on base. So Waynesville, well, why not extend that lead even more? Give yourself a little bit more breathing room. We'll see if they can do it here in 60 seconds. You're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball. They lead 5-2 right here on Z102.3.
Again?
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
What you put off maintaining today could cost you more later on. When it comes to your vehicle's tires, it's essential for your safety and the safety of others that your tire pressure, tread, and sidewalls are in good shape. Drive with peace of mind.
At Clark Tire Company of Camdenton, you can always count on the friendly staff who value their customers. For tire service and maintenance to keep your family safe, stop in Clark Tire of Camdenton.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Bottom of the fifth incoming here. 5-2 our score. Waynesville hanging on to a 3-run lead with the chance for even more here. We'll see if they can get it done. Of course, they'll have coming up here in this fifth inning. They'll have 4, 5, and 6. Middle of the lineup, the true middle of the lineup. Multiple ways to look at it. But first man up, Creed Jones. Jones will get a look in here as he takes the first pitch outside. Connor Harbert here, Z102.3. Zach Keene still on the mound here for St. James. He's gone through the first 4 innings. As he delivers another pitch up high, it's ball 2. Problem for the St. James Tigers today has been the defense behind Keene. Well, Keene's had a few mistakes himself, but errors, wild pitches, and the like have been kind of killer for him today. 2-0 taken, called strike 1. St. James 3 errors today. One of those errors scored 2 runs, another scored 1. 2-1 now delivered to Jones. Swings, tries to turn on one, but he sends it foul down the third base line. Again, Waynesville out of 5 runs, only 2 of them earned. Of course, you got to get on the base paths. They've done that today. 2-2. This time too high. It's ball 3. In fact, third straight game, Waynesville's been able to score at least 4 runs. Which we talked about during the pregame. For this little stretch they've had. 3 straight shutouts. Where they were, in fact, the shutout team. Here is the full count pitch. Hard hit ground ball into left field once more. Creed Jones has his 3rd hit of the day now. 3rd single. So he'll be aboard to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Good start to the inning. And we'll see once more if Waynesville can make it a 2nd straight inning with a run here. Here comes Justin Zuber. Zuber's 0 for 2. Zuber going to square up to bunt here. Lays one down the first base side. Crowing foul, though. Rodriguez wisely going to lay off it. Picks it up in foul territory. It'll go 0-1. Zuber, a hard shot to first in the first. But then struck out looking in the 3rd. Trying to do what he did in the first, but maybe just a little bit more to the right. Or the left, actually, considering there's a line out to first. Pickoff throw. Not in time, though. Jones dives back in. Back to the plate here, 0-1. Jones about a 2-step lead. Pitch fired in. Too high. Throw on down to first. That gets by into right field. Jones not going to run, though. Thought about it. Holds up, though. Devin Skelly in right. Backing up the throw down to first. So it just stays 1-1. One and one the count. Next pitch, again squaring up. Misses it this time, and now Jones has caught himself in a rundown. Throw's going to go down to second here. Now over to first. Perkins going to fire it back to second. They have that one. Over to first once again, and that'll be the tag applied by the catcher Rodriguez. And for the second time in this game, Jones is going to be caught stealing. Getting on base hasn't been a problem for Jones. It's staying there. So he'll be caught stealing once more. That'll wipe the runner off the base paths here. 1 down. 1-2 the count here at the plate. So now Keene steps off. It's switch to the windup here. Stepping through, here is the 1-2. Taken, strike three call. So, despite the leadoff single, Waynesville now sees their first two batters retired here. Zuber strikes out for the second time in this game. With the base paths empty, here is David Vernon. Vernon led off the fourth. Was hit by a pitch. Part of that two-run fourth. First pitch too far inside, ball one. Back in the second, grounded out to third, so 0 for 1 today. 1-0 fired in by Keene. Here's a swing. Foul ball. Off to the left, 1-1. Even count here with 2 away. Next pitch stays high, 2-1. So Vernon ahead in the count here. If Vernon manages to keep the inning alive, Peyton Breeden, he stands in the on-deck circle. Isaac Martinez would be after that. Here is the one-strike pitch. Caught the edge, strike two. Gonna extend that bat to the zone if you must. Need to swing at anything close. 2-2. In the dirt, ball three. Full count, 2 away. Nobody on to run. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing, popped it up. This one going backwards here against the backstop. Catch is made, and that ends the inning. So nothing doing here for Waynesville in inning number 5. Despite the leadoff single, they pick up no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. But they still lead by 3, heading on in. 2 innings left here to go in this one. It's top of the 6th. Waynesville leads 5-2. You're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball. It's Z102.3.
Turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage. Napa Premium Performance Motor Oil is just $3.99 a quart, or $17.99 for the 5-quart jug this month at your Napa Parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply. Save 25% on Royal Purple High Performance Motor Oil. Get a $10 rebate to redeem online. Get a 5-quart jug of Royal Purple and receive a Max Clean Fuel System Cleaner free. Rain-X 2-in-1 Glass Cleaner and Rain Repellent, $5.99. Ask about their specials on Avalanche Refrigerant. Lawnmower and marine batteries are in stock too at your Napa Parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert, and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Two more innings left to play here in Waynesville. Top of the 6th here for you. Wesley Dye warming up on the mound here as he steps in for what would be his 3rd inning. We'll see if he can get things going here. We'll see if he can continue his work. So he'll face the bottom of the St. James lineup. 7, 8, and 9 set to hit here in this 5-2 ball game. Waynesville leads here by 3. Connor Harvard here, of course, at ZU102.3. Dye replacing outgoing starter Peyton Breeden. He's kept the train moving, yet to give up a run. Hopefully that continues on here as he delivers the first pitch to Skelly. Too low, it's ball 1. Skelly 1-2. An RBI single back in the 2nd. Strikeout in the 4th. Next pitch delivered too far inside. It's 2-0. Skelly, Hudson, Rodriguez. Then we go back to the top of the St. James order. Next pitch, also too far inside. It's 3-0. Three straight pitches outside the zone to begin the 6th. Next one, taken all the way, but it's in there. Strike 1. 3-1. Dye's next pitch. Too high, and it's going to be ball 4.
Number 24, Jesse Hudson.
So leadoff walk drawn here by Skelly as he gets on. Brings the tying run out onto the field. Still standing in the on-deck circle, though. Here is left fielder Jesse Hudson. As Hudson takes a first pitch strike, throw down to first. Not nearly in time. Breeden catches it in stride. It's 0-1 at the plate. Hudson's 0 for 2, strikeout and fly out. Go out to center field, back in the fourth. As time's called at the plate, Hudson steps out. Now steps back in. Skelly, two-step lead over on first. Next pitch, Hudson going to fly one out toward left. Moving under it is Jones, going to make the grab, and that's out number 1. Keeps the runner steady over on first. Bringing us now to, once again, Grant Rodriguez. Rodriguez had a dribbler of a hit back in the fourth. He's 1 for 2 today. Struck out swinging, though, in his other appearance at the plate back in the third. First pitch too high, ball 1. Do see an arm warming up in the St. James side of the bullpen. Here's a swing. Fly ball behind us. 1-1. Cannot see the Waynesville bullpen from where I sit. But die. Continuing on here. Next pitch behind him. Throw on down to second is going to, well, bounce around for a little bit. Skelly will have himself the stolen base. He now stands in scoring position here. 2-1 count. Again, it's a 3-run advantage for Waynesville at the moment. St. James, 5 outs remaining. Dye's next pitch. Here's a line drive out into center field. It gets down. Emperado there to cut it off. Skelly going to hold up at third here. It'll be runners at the corners. Tying run to the plate. Rodriguez finds his second base hit, this time a little more definitive than the last. And with those runners at the corners, here comes center fielder J.V. Muir. Muir's 1 for 3. That's the game's only extra base hit. We've had a few hits here today, but here's a ground ball over to second. Could be 2. Going to go to second for 1. Throw to first is not going to be in time. It'll be an out for a run. As Muir does beat out the fielder's choice, allowing Skelly to come home from third. It's a 2-run game here at 5-3. So Rodriguez is thrown out at second. Muir now on the base pass. Here's a line drive out toward left. Getting out in front of it is Jones. And it's a quick single here for Aiden Moffitt. Giving me no time. It'll be runners at first and second. Tying runs on the base pass. So Moffitt finds his first base hit of the day. First pitch line drive to left. And that tying run now stands at first. 2 outs though. First pitch here to Leighton Elliott. Fly ball left side, drifting foul. Over the netting it goes, 0-1. Big at bat here. Dangerous hitters coming up here. Elliott and Perkins, 2 outs. That tying run on the base paths. Here's a swing and another foul ball off behind us. Tie ahead in the count now at 0-2. Elliott today, 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly and a walk to his name. The 0 for 1 comes from a strikeout back in the first inning. He's faced Dye once today. He drew the walk. He's left stranded over at second. But Dye trying to get that walk back. Trying to get revenge for that earlier walk, I guess. Could do it here. Looking for strikeout number 2 here with his 0-2 count. Dye coming set. Here is the 0-2. It's going to be called strike three. Thought it was outside there for just a split second, but it is going to be called strike three. Dye gets his strikeout, and that leaves another 2 runners stranded. So, big strikeout there for Dye. Strikeout number 2 means it's still a 2-run ball game. It'll be do or die for St. James in the top of the 7th, but we'll see if Waynesville can maybe pick up some insurance runs before we head on in to that 7th inning. Again, St. James, 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, 2 runners left on base. Into the bottom of the 6th we go. You're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball, Z102.3.
Mountain Dew Zero Sugar asks, ever wonder what it would be like to live in an alternate universe? One where everything seems to work just the opposite of the way you'd expect? Well, friends, welcome to the alternate universe of Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. The taste is nothing less than outrageously delicious. And Mountain Dew Zero Sugar comes in awesomely exhilarating flavors like Original Dew Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew Spark Zero Sugar, and Mountain Dew Major Melon Zero Sugar. Try the incredible flavors of Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. Zero Sugar, all dew.
When the chaos is over and the dust settles, it's a relief to see that big old tree you've always loved still there, unharmed and confident. Confidence that brings about trust and comfort from a full-service bank right here in your own community. Your one stop for savings, checking, home equity and auto loans, and CDs and money markets. That's your protection from the storm.
The Bank of Iberia in 2 locations, Iberia and Waynesville. Come on in to the Bank of Iberia.
6th here in Waynesville. Zach Keene still on the mound. Here's Peyton Breeden, wastes no time and sending a fly ball out in the right field. That gets over the head of the right fielder, Skelly. They were playing really far up on him. Breeden going to try to move to second. Going to be a close play, but Breeden, he finds his way in for a double. Did he stuff off the bag? No, he didn't. He'll have himself a leadoff double. Run, Breeden, run. Rounding first, just barely making his way into second, but he will have his second base hit of the day on the first pitch of the bottom of the 6th. So, catch my bearings here. 5-3 our score, bottom of the 6th. It'll be do or die for St. James when we go to the top of the 7th, but Waynesville trying to pick up some very important insurance runs here in this half inning. Good way to start with Breeden over on second. Here comes designated hitter Isaac Martinez. The whole thing I wanted to say here is Martinez takes a first pitch too high for ball 1. Wanted to say bottom of the lineup coming up for Waynesville, but that really hasn't been a problem for Waynesville today. So we actually will get a pinch runner out there for Breeden. It'll be Eli Vore to run in his place. So getting a little bit more speed out there over on second with sophomore Vore. So here's a pickoff throw. Vore getting back though. Of Waynesville's 5 runs today, 4 of them have come from 6 through 9 in the batting order. In fact, 1 run apiece for 6, 7, 8, and 9. 1-0's delivered here to Martinez, but it's taken again high, ball 2. Vernon scored in the 4th. Breeden scored in the 4th. Martinez and Althusius scored in the 2nd. Trying to do more work here. 2-0 delivered by Keene. Martinez takes it. Outside edge, strike 1. Still ahead in the count. Next pitch, also taken. Pretty much the same spot for strike 2. Back to even here, 2-2. Martinez swinging away at the next one, keeps himself alive here. As he fouls it off to the netting here, still 2-2. Next 2-strike pitch. Here's a fly ball sent out toward right. This time, though, Skelly is playing it. Makes the grab here. Vore going to hold up at second. Might have been deep enough to try to go on it, but instead, that'll just be out number 1. So Martinez flies out, bringing us now once more to Hunter Althusius. Althusius He is 0 for 1 today as he takes the first pitch ball. Going inside. Walked in the second, but then did come around to score after stealing second. Hold that thought. Here's a line drive back into center. Vore coming in on it here. Are they going to try to send him? No. Holds up at second. Althusius taking off for second. He'll actually find his way in. So he stretches it out. Give him a double. Because there was no throw to another bag. Just straight up legged it out. Perhaps knew that ball was coming into the mound. And took off. So Althusius, second double of the inning here for Waynesville. And unfortunately, I think Vore's hesitation coming off the bag ended up keeping him from scoring on the play. Vore waiting to see if that ball was going to be caught out there in center. Can't necessarily blame him there. Ended up being held up over at third. So with that, that'll be actually the end of the line here for Zach Keene, as we get a new pitcher, a left-hander, coming in here for the St. James Tigers. We're going to take ourselves a quick break. We'll make it a few. Then we'll come back. I'll tell you all about the new pitcher. Tell you all about some of the new players that have also come into this game as well. We're going to be back in a few. You're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball, Z102.3.
Ever think about living to be 100 years old? Well, maybe you will. Hello, this is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. Making plans and being prepared for events in our lives is the right thing to do. At Memorial Chapels, we offer many choices in funeral planning, and we're always available to discuss options regarding how best to fund those choices. Because when it comes to important events in life, you really need to get prepared.
Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard. As the years go by, everything gets older, even the new seeds just planted. Getting older means getting wiser. And in the banking business, that means keeping up with the times. For 112 years, the Bank of Crocker has met the needs of the Fort Wood area and exceeded those needs with the most modern banking services available. With Android and Apple mobile banking apps, and at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is a click away no matter where you are. Personal hometown service, however, has not changed. That's one thing that's stayed the same as the Bank of Crocker turns 112. The Bank of Crocker, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
New pitcher, J.V. Muir, coming in from center field. Actually, quite a few changes for this St. James defense as we get back to it here. Second and third, Zach Embrato. Here's a fly ball out towards center. Might be deep enough here. Vork certainly going to make a try for it. Catch is made. Here he comes. Throw is not going to be in time. Waynesville will increase their lead back to 3. It's a sacrifice fly for Emperado. They lead 6-3. Emperado wasting no time in sending that one out to center, where James Perkins made the catch. Like I said, several changes here in this lineup. Emperado will get the RBI. Both runners advance 1 bag. And Waynesville's got their 3-run lead back. Althusius now standing over on third. Here's Jackson Goforth. Goforth swinging away. Hits one off himself there. That's strike 1. Over at first, you now have Aiden Moffitt. He comes across the diamond. And over at third, going to give my best try on this one, Luca Giacolone. It's Italian. That's what we're going with. Goforth. Here's a line drive, right field side, but going foul. It's 0-2. There are other names on this St. James roster that are probably a little bit difficult, or a little more difficult. I haven't seen them yet. Maybe, though. Just maybe. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th, 6-3, runner over on third. 0-2 count, next pitch to Goforth. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that will end the inning. But Waynesville does find themselves an insurance run. They bring that lead back out to 3. They're going to try to hold it. They're going to try to win this one as we come back for the top of the 7th. Waynesville picks up 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left over on base. 6-3 our score. You're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball, Z102.3.
Hey folks, Mike Freeman with Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert, where you'll always get more. With one of the largest pre-owned inventories in the area, you'll get more selection. With a friendly professional sales team, you'll get more customer service. And with incredible deals right now on every pre-owned in stock, you'll get more for your money. Come by Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert today or shop 24/7 at edmorsefordstrobert.com. And remember, you'll always get more when you shop at Ed Morse.
Back here once more, it's the top of the 7th. Waynesville trying to slam the door shut. Here on St. James, they lead by 3, 6-3. Here in this one, Wesley Dye still on the mound, being tasked with keeping this St. James roster down. He'll have to go through 4, 5, and 6 from the get-go, but again has that 3-run cushion to work with. Connor Harbert here with you, Z102.3. Dye can deliver the first pitch, runs inside. Did it hit him? No, it didn't. James Perkins here at the plate, facing a 1-0 count. Perkins 2 for 3 today. As he watches another one too low in the dirt for ball 2. That's 2 singles. Perkins did score a run back in the second. He takes one now for strike 1. Dye again took over in the 4th. Looking to make it a 4-inning day. Next pitch. Just barely missed the zone that time, 3-1. Perkins, Keene. Keene still in the on-deck circle. And then we'd see Skaggs. Next pitch, outside edge. We go full to start things off here in the 7th. Dye trying to find another punch out here. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing, fly ball sent out toward the left. Coming up on it is Jones. Finding it, making the grab. Out number 1. So Perkins flies out to left. A big bat taken out. And that brings us to Zach Keene. 0 for 2 on the day. Keene swinging away first pitch. Sends a fastball over toward the St. James dugout. 0-1. Keene struck out in the second, grounded out to short in the third, walked but was left stranded on first back in the 5th. So 4th trip to the plate today, but 0 for 2. Stepping back in the box, the 0-1 delivered by Dye. A big bender, but misses, 1-1. Even count here, 1s across the board, 1 out. Next pitch, too high. Divenhall's behind in the count now, it's 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 pitch now. Swing, foul ball, 2-2. Aaron Skaggs warming up in the on-deck circle. So we will see him next. And like I said, lots of defensive changes, so a little bit of uncertainty in the St. James lineup. But 4, 5, and 6 continuing on. Here's the 2-2 now. Dye looking for the outside edge, but just a bit too far outside. 3-2. Don't blame him for trying to go there. Seen several strikeout pitches there tonight, but didn't get that one. Full count, next payoff pitch. Too far outside again, ball 4. Keene draws his second walk of the day.
Number 7.
He heads over to first. And that brings up Aaron Skaggs. Tying run in the on-deck circle now. But still 1 out. First pitch. Hops the plate. Ball 1. This ball game almost 2 hours old. One 1-0 delivered by Dye. Here's a swing and a miss. 4-strike 1. Skaggs, he's looking at a 1-for-3 day. Ground out to third in the second. Singled. Left stranded over on third in the fourth. And flew out to right in the fifth. Next pitch too far outside. It's 2-1. In that fourth inning, very important inning in the grand scheme of things. Left a runner stranded over on third. 2-1. Runs inside. And a hit him. So Skaggs hit by the pitch. Runners on first and second, and the tying run coming to the plate. But before we get to Devin Skelly, it's time for a visit to the mound. Well, things are a little bit interesting. And that'll be it here for Wesley Dye. So can't close the book here on Dye, but that'll be it for him here today. As he will come out, who takes over? Looks like a new player from the dugout. Going to take things over from here. So we're going to take ourselves a break. I'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. But again, Waynesville leads 6-3. Tying run coming to the plate when we come back. Back in a few. You're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball, Z102.3.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
For a free insurance review,
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your shelter insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your shelter insurance agent in Richland.
Wondering where to go for care at Phelps Health? For non-life-threatening conditions that require ongoing care and prevention, like annual checkups or colds, make an appointment with one of our primary care providers. When you need immediate attention for non-life-threatening health matters, like a cut that may require stitches, our immediate care clinics in Rolla and Waynesville are here to help. And if you're experiencing life-threatening medical issues, the Phelps Health Emergency Department is committed to caring for you when you need it most. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe Chevrolet, off I-44, exit 156 in Waynesville.
Back to it here. Top of the 7th. Waynesville trying to shut the door, pick up their second win of the season. They're going to a freshman. Freshman on the mound here for the Tigers, Dylan Pelkey. He'll be tasked upon here. Runners on first and second here in a 3-run game. First pitch here to Skelly. It's going to be a ground ball over to third. Going to go to second for 1. Over to first. Is it in time? Yes, it is. Double play. Waynesville wins. So Dylan Pelkey, one pitch, but it was a good one. Got the double play, and Waynesville will break their losing skid here with a 3-run victory. That'll feel good, that's for sure, as Waynesville again breaks a 14-game losing skid and doing it in show-off fashion today. So we're going to do what we always do. Let's go ahead and take ourselves a few minutes. We will come back, and then, of course, we'll go over some lines and set you up for tomorrow. But again, Waynesville wins this one 6-3 over St. James. Back in a few, you're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball, Z102.3.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Again?
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
What you put off maintaining today could cost you more later on. When it comes to your vehicle's tires, it's essential for your safety and the safety of others that your tire pressure, tread, and sidewalls are in good shape. Drive with peace of mind.
At Clark Tire Company of Camdenton, you can always count on the friendly staff who value their customers. For tire service and maintenance to keep your family safe, stop in Clark Tire of Camdenton.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Back here once more at Wayne Bandy Ballpark here in Waynesville. This one in the books. Waynesville, they're the winners here in this one. They come through. They get the outs they need when they matter most. They break a 14-game losing skid. They come out on top over St. James 6-3. Connor Harbin here with you, Z102.3. Of course, wrapping this one up here as we take a look at some lines here in this one for Waynesville today. 6 runs, 9 hits. They do commit 1 error in the field, did lead to a run, but they leave only 5 runners on base today. They definitely made the most of their opportunities. Did score, I believe, well, again, scored 2 in the second, 1 in the first, 2 in the fourth, and then 1 insurance run in the sixth. Ultimately did not matter, that run in the sixth, but it was still nice to have in the grand scheme of things. St. James, meanwhile, 3 runs on 8 hits. They do commit 3 errors in the field, and that was an important thing here today, those 3 runs. Remember, those 3 errors, I should say. Remember, they did lead to some runs for Waynesville. They leave 10 runners on base. Waynesville was able to get themselves out of some jams today, including at the very end of the game. Going to a freshman, Dylan Pelkey. 1 pitch. Gets a nice ground ball over toward third. Althusius, who made himself a nice play in the first, kind of bookends here today for Waynesville. A 5-4-3 double play to end the game. So today, the winning pitcher, Peyton Breeden. He gets himself the win here in this one. I believe that's his second win of the season. Actually, first win came up against Lakeway. He was the starter in that game as well. He goes 3 innings, gives up 2 runs, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks today, and does give up an earned run. Wesley Dye, he then goes 3 1/3. He gives up 1 run on 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, did give up a few walks. He gave up 3 walks today. He also gave up an earned run. Dylan Pelkey, he goes the rest of the way. He goes 2/3 of an inning on 1 pitch. No runs, no hits, no errors, no strikeouts, no walks, but a very good pitch. He needed to throw strikes, and he did. Got the double play to get Waynesville the win. Of course, on the St. James side of things, taking the loss for him in that one, that would be Zach Keene. He goes 5 1/3 here today. 6 runs on 9 hits, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 3 earned runs here today. Of Waynesville's 6 runs, 3 of them were earned, 3 of them were unearned, but that'll certainly count for the win column. And then, of course, J.V. Muir, he comes in, he pitches the other 2/3 of an inning. He gives up no runs, but Keene does take the loss in this one. So Waynesville improves to 2-14 here on the season, and they'll try to make it a winning streak tomorrow. They'll be right back here on Tuesday for a game with the Parkview Vikings. Parkview coming to town, like I said, at the top of the broadcast, 4-20 on the season. So should be another good one coming up here for the Tigers. But I think that'll go ahead and do it for us here today. Don't forget, 4:30 tomorrow, 4:15 pregame, 4:30 first pitch. But for Dan back in the studio and, of course, everyone else involved, I am Connor Harbit. Hope you enjoyed listening to this one. It's much I enjoy bringing it to you here tonight. Until next time, You've been listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball right here on Z102.3. Good night, everybody. Be good people.
You've been listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball on 102.3 on your FM dial. Brought to you by Air Serv Heating and Air, the Marys County Bank, Mailbox It, Lowe's Chevrolet, the Bank of Crocker, Waynesville Memorial Chapels, Ed Morris Ford, Shelter Insurance Agents Dave Holland and John Gregory, St. Robert Auto Supply, Phelps Health, the Bank of Iberia, and the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company. We hope you enjoyed today's games. We'll see you next time here on 102.3 FM for more Waynesville Tiger Baseball.